Here are some very useful keyboard shortcuts to speed up the way you work in Premiere Pro. The first one may sound very simple, and it's the spacebar. With the spacebar you can play and pause your footage. Did you know, by hitting Shift and Space, that the play bar will go back to the start of the sequence and the playhead will resume from there? The next one is Q and W. What do Q and W do? They help you cut your footage. So you can use the spacebar to play where you want to, stop, hit Q. That will cut everything left of the playhead out of that clip. Then you can play the little bit more that you want, so let's say to there, stop with the space again, hit W, and that will cut everything forward. So that does a ripple delete either side. Q for left, W for right. Also, a very useful one for speed of workflow is literally controlling the speed at which your playhead runs along the timeline. And you can do this by using the L for forward. You tap it once for normal speed, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and so on. And it speeds up the footage. Hit spacebar to stop, and then you can use the J key to reverse. And again, hitting it multiple times increases the speed. That's a very useful way for scrubbing through footage fast. Another one which I'm sure you're all familiar with, but still very useful and much easier than going Edit Undo, is Command or Control, depending if you're on Windows, Z. And you can also go Command Shift Z to redo something. So Command Z to undo, Command Shift Z to redo. That is probably one of the most used shortcuts that there is in Premiere Pro. The next one is very important and one that you should be clicking every time you make a change, and that is Command S for save. That will save the project. If you want to save as, that's Command Shift S, and that will open up the Save As project box. So that's Command S to save your project. The next one is an audio one, and all you do is simply highlight the audio clip you want to affect and click G on the keyboard. This brings up the audio gain settings, and you can set gain to a specific gain or adjust it by something or normalize it to if you don't want it to peak over something, or normalize all peaks to a certain decibel. Okay. The next shortcut is a simpler way of going right-clicking speed and duration. You might not think that takes very long, but the time your hand has to leave the keyboard to the mouse is time you could save. So that's Command R, and there you go, you get the clip speed and duration time up, and there you can edit whatever parameters you wish. Cutting footage is one of the most important things that you can do in Premiere, so by using C on the keyboard to select the razor tool is a much quicker way than going over here and clicking on the razor tool. Also, whilst having the razor tool selected, if you hold Shift while clicking, you will cut through every layer on the timeline. Much quicker than going cut, 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 cut. Just hold Shift and you will cut through it. Then we can use Command Z to undo those. We can use L to look through that footage quicker. We can use Space to stop. We can use Command S to save. We can use Q and W to trim those clips. And you can quickly see how these shortcuts can allow you to work much faster in Premiere Pro. You can also map shortcuts to custom keys on your keyboard. So say you want a custom shortcut that allows you to cut through all the layers on your timeline. I've got that set here, and there we go. That's all cut through. So to create that custom keyboard shortcut, I would go into Premiere Pro, Keyboard Shortcuts, and then here that was Add Edit to all tracks. There we go, add edit to all tracks. I've got it set to F3, but you can set it to what you want. To do that, you just click over here and type in your own keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to go Command A, and there we go, that's created Command A as that shortcut. It is also telling me that Command A is already in use with another application command. That command will no longer have a shortcut. So I can then go, okay, maybe that wasn't the best one, and I can undo that. You can have trial and error to find out what shortcut works best for you. Maybe I want it to be the number 3 key on the numpad. That does not conflict with any other shortcut, so there we go. However, I don't want it like that, so I will just exit that out. You can do this with any of the commands that are available in here. You can either search for them, if you know what the command is, or take some time, look through, and see what might work best for you. This is a great way of finding out what you are able to do in Premiere Pro, and there may be some things that you do currently that require 7 or 8 clicks. You can do simply with 1 click by creating a custom shortcut. Hope you've liked this video. If you have, please consider subscribing for more great content. Thank you.